So in the punting world, it wasn't until very recently that people have started putting out more consistent content on YouTube. So in the early days, the founding father of posting punting videos online was a man by the name of Jamie Cole. And while not everything blew up, some videos caught the eyes of many people. 6.3 million people actually, and that, I believe, makes the Cole's Kicking Camp tryout for the Under Armour All-American game in 2014 the most popular video of high school punters of all time. So that made me wonder, what happened to these guys? And as I did my research, there's actually a lot to unpack. So let's start with the easy one. The blondie of the video is Jake Harbinger. He has, I'd say, the least going on. And that's not saying that he doesn't have a lot going for him. He actually played a good 4 years at Michigan State in 2015 through 2017, where he then sat a year due to a leg injury and came back to play in 2019, where he, like many others, will get screwed over going into the draft thanks to COVID ruining people's pro days, senior showcases, and so on. While he hasn't gotten any looks so far, word on the street is that he's still running around trying to make his way back into the league. So the next guy I want to talk about in this video is a little known guy by the name of J.K. Scott. And if you watch the video that I was showing you before and you just realized that that's J.K. Scott, like J.K. Scott, then congrats, because that happened to me too. Not that you probably need to know what happened to J.K., but after this, he went on to have probably the single best punting career in Alabama football history. He was part of multiple national championship teams and had a career average of 44.9, and he was a master of flipping the field for Alabama, or as I called it, turning the tide. In 2018, he was drafted to the Green Bay Packers, where he would have, some hit and miss games and eventually get cut in 2020 for Corey Bojorquez, and is now on the futures contract with the Jags to give Logan Cook some competition. So you may think, oh, that's pretty cool, but the last guy really takes the cake for wild stories. And if you didn't even realize there was a last guy, don't feel bad, because neither did I. He was only in there for like 2 seconds too, so it's kind of, it is what it is. But this guy's name is Peter Depp. So Peter went to NIU after he graduated from high school, and he was a backup there for a year. Then, after deciding that his talents were too good to be an NIU backup, he took it to the next level and hit the transfer portal. Well, at the time, he didn't have a transfer portal. He just transferred over to the University of Iowa, where he was able to get on the Iowa Hawkeyes roster. Now, for those of you who are familiar, back in the day, if you transferred up or over in your division, so from D1 AA to D1 single A, or from D2 to D1 AA,
or from D1 AA over to D1 AA, or from...
you know what I'm saying. Okay, so if you transferred up or over, yada yada, you would have to sit out an entire season. Okay, so that was just common knowledge and was commonly accepted, just to kind of keep schools from scalping other teams' players and, from creating super units by everybody just transferring in after they won a title. This did not in fact sit well with Depp, as he not just challenged that ruling, but actually sued the NCAA over this, because Peter Depp claimed that because of this rule, the University of Iowa actually paid more attention to the other punter that did not have to sit out a year, which hindered his ability to play at the University of Iowa. So the NCAA, being the power-hungry organization that they are, I'm surprised that young, happy Peter Depp didn't suddenly commit suicide by shooting himself in the back of the head 3 times while he was at dinner without leaving a note. But hey, the best they could do is just simply squash the lawsuit. And then as an additional screw you, they actually changed their mind and allow athletes one transfer without having to sit out a year in the modern era. There was also this clause in his lawsuit seeking to overturn the total number of scholarships a team could award, but that's just a nightmare waiting to happen, as teams with the most money would simply just scalp all the best players on the market like they're already doing, but way worse. But after that, he started doing some entrepreneurial work and, is continuing doing that, so good for him. So yeah, those are the 3 guys in the video and what they've been up to and what they're currently doing. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you're having a good day, and peace.